All right, today we are going to be doing some more maintenance around the property. It's kind of warm. It's about 39 degrees outside. This is what I'm going to be wearing. But I'm going to be using this little mini bike here, the dark one, Neutron here, and I'm going to be using that to tow the rust bucket wagon. We're going to be cutting a couple small cottonwood trees. God, I hate those trees. They grow too quick. They produce this cotton that just flies everywhere during the spring, and allergies go crazy. But last year we had so much of it around here that it looked like snow, and the stuff is very flammable. So it's kind of concerning because we have way too much of it around here in this area. So the goal today is to take out 2 of the smaller trees next to the pond. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna reuse the wood. So we're gonna cut it lower to the ground. And then I am going to try to cut off a straight section from each tree to make trail liners. And you're gonna be like, well, it's a soft wood, it's not gonna last forever. Hey, you know what? It's better than nothing. Some of our trail liners are absolutely rotting, so some of them need to be fixed and tossed out, burned. So returning them to nature, as we call it here. So that bike right there with the white helmet, I'm gonna be wearing my good old construction hat here. I actually have an image of me wearing this when I was a little boy, and we still have it, so let's go. Alright guys, we've got good old fisters here. I need to get this rope from around here, get it out of the way. This is not good. Don't want to get it cut up, but here we go. So I've used these a bunch, especially last year. That was the busiest year for me. So here we go. Here is both the trees here. Both cottonwoods. They get that really cottony stuff during the spring that drives everybody nuts. So last year was absolutely horrible. It was the worst year I've ever seen. So my hard hat is going to be an issue. It keeps falling off my head. So I'm honestly just going to set it aside. The tree is leaning more that way, so I'm going to cut it on the opposite side. Wish me luck. This is definitely not everybody should be doing this. This is definitely more dangerous. So don't do this on your own at home. Leave it to somebody with experience and skill. First I'm gonna get rid of this little branch here. Come on. I don't care how I cut it here. I'm just gonna snap it over. There you go. All right. Now for this tree, I'm gonna stand a little bit back and I'm gonna cut it probably about right here because it's pretty narrow. So I've cut trees bigger than this last year with success, every single one of them. So it's gonna take some time. I'm up on the hill, it makes it a little bit harder. I have to keep my footing here. You don't want to go too fast because it will wear you out quick. Just go at your own pace. So the tree is kind of sappy and sticky on the inside. I can feel it kind of working against the saw. I'm already about halfway through almost. I'm going to start getting back just a little bit. All right, it looks like it wants to fall maybe towards the pond. we'll wait and see. It's working against me here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna roll that out, and then I'm gonna finish the other side over here. All right, there she goes. Look at that. All right, which way is this one leaning? It's leaning the same direction. It's leaning like that. So we'll go ahead and cut it on this side. Right about here. I love hearing the airplane going over. Love those sounds. Love airplanes. Good memories with airplanes. Yeah. This one's a little thicker. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the other side so that I'm not killing my arms. This one's giving more of a fight, so I'm gonna kind of turn it just a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the blade out there and gently twirl my saw around, pull that cord back, and we're gonna do the other side now. Right about there. All right, I'm gonna start standing back. So sappy. I hate sappy trees. All right, I'm moving the blade again. Starting to go. Be ready. All right. There you go. Sweet. All right. Right over the side. So I use the little branches as little levers to pull. Just pull it slow. You don't want to rush this. This is a great tripping hazard. All right. Now let's take a little breather. Just a note for any people that have carinitis. I don't advocate cutting down trees. They're actually really important for many different reasons, but you know, I also believe in keeping a healthy forest, and that also means clearing out excess dead decay or any trees that may be invasive or way too widespread to where they're causing an issue. These are everywhere and they're causing issues. So they're super invasive here. Well, I don't think they're classified invasive, but they really should be because they grow so quick and they become a giant problem. So here we go. I could be a lumberjack. All right, guys. That's how it's done. I forgot to grab the loppers when I started this video. I had a feeling I should have grabbed them, and that is my bad. What we're gonna do is we're gonna trim all the little branches all the way down to get this just one uniform log. So let's go. All right, guys, we're almost there. Let me move this over. Boom. All right, I think that is now one nice large toothpick. Look at that. Be a great little poker stick. Solid tree. So, oh, I missed a little nub at the end there. Let me go grab that. Here, you gotta watch this. Instead of a time lapse. There you go, boom. Right, like this. This one is done. All right, I think that's it right there. Oh yeah, this one's a lot lighter. I missed another nub. Dang it. Oh well, that'll take a second. How did I miss that one? All right, let's load her up. So, I'm gonna load it up at a slight angle here so that we're not ramming this into my back as I'm towing it. That's not that bad. I'm just emphasizing it. All right, and number 2. X marks the spot right there. You don't want all the weight hanging off the edge though, so it'll be unbalanced. All right, nice and slow. Here is the spot. Gotta be careful to weave through the trees. There we go, just hit a tree. I'm not perfect. This is definitely not the brightest idea that I've ever had, but this is kind of how we roll around here. A bit risky, but always ready. There you go, there's the old liner. There's the other one. I'm gonna scoot these down. So I'm gonna go ahead and reposition this one just a bit. So, right about there. I'm going to use the little nubs as a way to keep it from rolling. That's why I left them there. Those nubs will help it kind of naturally settle in without doing that. It's not always perfect, but it does work a lot of the time. So I'm going to actually let the curvature of this log go that way because it naturally curves a little bit here, that direction. So, and I'm going to bring it over just a bit there. Here's the other one. I ain't afraid of no dirt. And believe me, last year we burned a old mound of logs and I found the biggest termite colony I've ever seen. It was horrifying for most, but for me it was just another day, you know. Number 2 here. So we'll go ahead and put it right over here. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Yeah. Cha! That's an iCarly reference. Yeah, recycle as much as we can. This is pretty smart in my opinion. So we'll go ahead. I'll just double these up right there. That'll be fine. Just another day in the countryside. We'll go ahead and take these over to the burn pit. All right, here's some of the liners that I'm talking about that are just really, really in rough shape. That one's okay there, but these two, they're thin, and this may not be fully rotten, but it's on its way, and we're gonna have to return these back to nature through fire. Here's just kind of an overview of our existing liners. We have a lot of moss that grows here in our environment, which I learned is actually a sign of clean air and a very clean environment. Let me let you in on a little bit of history of this little piece of land. This land used to be farm field for the longest time with the animals. It slowly grew over as that stopped. And then, unfortunately, it kind of became a dumping ground for people nearby for decades. And because of that, it took many years to get this place looking beautiful again. We still find things every now and then here that are a surprise, like this. This was buried on our property up to about right here, the very nib, whatever this is. And we noticed that there was a little lump in the ground, and it was really odd looking, peculiar. We moved it and realized we had an old abandoned fire hydrant here. It's got many layers of paint. You got the blue, the red, the yellow paint layers. And I shouldn't be touching this. It could be lead paint. I don't know. For all I know, it could be anything. So, but now it's a decorative piece. So that's an example of things that could be dumped back here. We've got a big moss ball, root ball here from a tree that tipped long ago. And we're gonna leave that and all this because, you know, it's still good and it's actually beautiful seeing this, and bugs and stuff and little critters can use it for shelter, so we're gonna leave that.